Nadine, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, how could we help?
I was calling. I have a question. I have a 16-year-old, and first of all, I have 5 kids, um, 3 girls and 2 boys. But my second oldest, 16, we just seems to constantly clash.
Mm-hmm.
She has a lot of aggressiveness and anger built up within her.
Why do you think she's angry? What do you think she's so angry about?
At this point, I have no clue because we've been in counseling. She's been on medication. She's even been out of the household and a mentor program.
What does your husband think is the problem?
My husband says she's just defiant. She wants to be growner than what she is. It's a battle with both of us when it comes to her. She blames me a lot because, I was before I got married, I was in a long-term relationship, and we split up, and he helped me raise her, helped me raise the kids, and so she was kind of understanding that.
Okay, let's just go right there. How old was she when the breakup occurred?
I want to say she was maybe 10 or 11.
You don't think she's a little angry about that?
I think she is. She expressed herself about that. But like I tell her, life still goes on, and you can't allow this to define who you're going to continue to be in this world.
Okay. Now let me give you an example of another way you could respond.
Mhm.
Like she says she's angry, and then you say, well, you can't let this get to you. But another way to respond is, oh, honey, I can only imagine how that must hurt you.
Right.
I am so sorry that you feel this way, and that you've lost someone, just like I have. That means a lot to you. Mylan, Jill, what do you think? Where does she go from here?
Well, I think that you're on the right track there, because when you say, come on, this is life, we have to move forward, you're telling her that her feelings don't matter. And people need some time and need to have their feelings heard. And, it's great when their feelings can be validated, especially by a mom that can offer that comfort. Mm-hmm. That's what enables you to move on. And we get so afraid that we're going to be stuck in the negative emotion that we want to hurry people along instead of allowing them to really grieve as they need to.
Yeah.
Right.
We give wrong messages all the time out of good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just now it's to the point where it done progressed into school, because from 2005 up until now, it's just, it was at one point where it was physical. She was abusive. She was hitting on my husband. We're past that part now. Now
Okay.
it's just the lashing out, the anger. She's been expelled from school. Getting her in programs. I've been told that she has a mental issue. I don't want to say, sometimes I feel maybe if I'm in denial, but like I tell the counselor, if it's mental, as her mother, I would have noticed this throughout her life.
She has
I seen it came at a certain point.
Nadine.
And yes.
You're right. There was a trauma that occurred,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't mean she is mentally ill. It just means she was traumatized.
She had a reaction.
She had a reaction to a trauma. She was traumatized at 10, and the timing matches. 2005 to now, she's 16. That was 10.
Right.
And so really, but your statement, we have to move on, is a classic statement avoiders make. And Jill and Steve are trying to say something very different. Your daughter's not an avoider. She has deep feelings,
Right.
and the Bible says that the soul is like a deep well or a cistern, and the person of wisdom will take the time to draw out those deep things inside of another person. Now that's the New Milan paraphrase, but the Bible says that. And what's important is that by minimizing, that makes the child more angry, and so they further get angered that nobody's listening to me.
Well, so she's escalating the behavior. She's showing you
She's
in all
escalating,
kinds of...
and why do people escalate?
Now,
Because they're not being heard.
That's right.
I can guarantee you, inside her head, have been these kind of phrases. How can you people be so dumb? You're not listening to me. You're not hearing.
Right.
What
He tells
I'm
me that all the time.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay.
See,
All right.
Steve reads minds all the way from
Yes,
PA,
yes.
Pennsylvania.
It's a new gift I have,
Yeah.
spiritual gift.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're really telling you, we think this is the heart of the problem, is the connection and the empathy
Mm-hmm.
and validating her feelings rather than trying to get her to move on with her life. Because she's not moving on, is she?
So Nadine,
No, she isn't.
Okay.
She isn't.
so she needs something from you, and so I would go to her and say, I've had an epiphany. You've been telling me for years I'm not listening, and I realize you're right. I haven't been listening, and you've been showing me in all kinds of different ways. So please help me. I want to listen now. Help me understand what you've been trying to tell me.
So when you say, Nadine, that she's escalating and it's getting worse and it's reaching out into schoolwork and getting kicked out of school and she's defiant, well, yes, she's defiant because she's been traumatized and she's hurt. So you have 3 people here telling you what you need to do is back up and go down to the core. And what the last word Steve used was empathy. That's where you need to really go. And that may be hard for you, but a counselor can help you get there.
You know, it's one thing to get hit by a car. It's another thing to lay by the side of the road and have people drive by and say, get up. Come on,
Yeah.
you're going to be late. If you don't get up, you can't lay here in the road. There's a
The
time
accident happened a while ago.
You need help, and that's what she's saying that she needs. I'm going to send you The Secrets Young Women Keep. I hope that'll be a great book for you. Jill wrote it, and I hope that that'll help you connect with her.
This girl's not keeping any secrets.
No, she's letting you know.
she's
You
screaming.
must somehow, please, I beg you to listen to me. So many of our kids are saying that, and we get too busy, or we're too afraid, or we've grown up with this imprint of avoidance right there within us. So it's never too late to lock in. And what a great way Jill has said. Just go to her and say, hey, I've had an epiphany. I'm not listening.